Welcome everyone, join us today as we look back on the life and legacy of B.J. Thomas, the smooth voice behind timeless classics like Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. His story is one of resilience, faith, and lasting impact. So let's dive in. B.J. Thomas, born Billy Joe Thomas on August 7, 1942, in Hugo, Oklahoma, United States of America. The son of Geneva and Vernon Thomas, B.J. endured a difficult upbringing, with a turbulent home life marked by his father's struggles with alcoholism and frequent violence. Born in Oklahoma and raised in the Houston area, he eventually settled with his family in Rosenberg, a suburb southwest of the city. It was during this time that music began to leave its mark, first through the car radio of his Uncle Jack, where he heard the sounds of Elvis Presley and Hank Williams. From then on, music remained a constant presence in his life. He gravitated toward the country stylings of Ernest Tubb and Hank Williams. One of his most vivid memories was attending a Hank Williams concert with his father, as well as the soul energy of Jackie Wilson and Little Richard, whose Miss Ann was the first single he ever purchased. While he balanced his interests in baseball and music, it was on the baseball field that he became known as B.J. at age 10, distinguishing himself from 4 other Billies on his Little League team. His first public singing experiences came through Temple Oaks Baptist Church on 34th Street in Houston, where he sang in male quartets and the church choir. B.J. eventually became lead singer of the Triumphs, a regional band that performed at local dances, teen canteens, and American Legion halls. Their first show took place in January 1958, during his junior year at Lamar High School. It was also during his time with the Triumphs that B.J. was first exposed to drugs, marking the beginning of a struggle that would follow him through his career. It would take 8 challenging years before B.J. achieved national recognition with his powerful rendition of one of Hank Williams' most poignant songs, "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry." The choice to record a country classic was unexpected for the Triumphs, who were better known in the Texas region as a rock and soul outfit, delivering high-energy numbers and heartfelt ballads. For B.J., recording the song was both a heartfelt tribute to Hank Williams and a personal gesture to his father, who had insisted he bring home something country from his recording sessions. Though B.J. admired soul and rock artists, it was Williams who had solidified his ambition to become an entertainer. Performing a song his father loved was, in his eyes, the only way he could truly connect with him, and it worked. Upon hearing his son's version, his father was moved to tears. Within 3 weeks, the single reached #1 on Houston radio and climbed to number 78 on the national Cashbox Pop chart. Almost overnight, B.J. was fielding offers to open for James Brown and join Dick Clark on tour. His career had officially taken flight. By 1967, B.J. had sold over 4.5 million records and was earning $2,500 a night. Despite the growing success, much of the income from record sales, royalties, and live performances was spent on flashy cars, clothes, and extravagant gifts, many of which he neither needed nor truly wanted. That same year, B.J. met and married Gloria Richardson at the Chapel of the Bells in Las Vegas, a decision that, in time, would prove life-saving. His follow-up single, Mama, reached number 22 on the charts, and a solo album of the same name was released on the Scepter Records label. In 1968, B.J. returned to the mainstream with The Eyes of a New York Woman, and just 5 months later, the even more successful Hooked on a Feeling followed, featuring Reggie Young's distinctive electric sitar. The track became B.J.'s second million seller. After his early success with a small southern label, B.J. was now signed with New York-based Scepter Records, home to artists like Dionne Warwick and Ronnie Milsap. It was Warwick who introduced him to composer Burt Bacharach, leading to B.J. recording and performing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head for the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The song hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in January 1970, earned B.J. his 3rd gold record, and sold over 1 million copies. Raindrops went on to enjoy enduring popularity, appearing in films like Forrest Gump, Clerks 2, The In-Laws, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, and Spider-Man 2. It also became the title track of one of his best-selling albums. Throughout the 1970s, B.J. continued to chart hits, including Everybody's Out of Town, I Just Can't Help Believing, later famously covered by Elvis Presley, No Love at All, Mighty Clouds of Joy, and Rock and Roll Lullaby. But while his career soared, his personal life was unraveling. Haunted by a troubled upbringing and the lasting effects of an abusive father, B.J. struggled with low self-worth and became entangled in the darker side of fame and success. Between 1969 and 1975, B.J. struggled with a deepening drug dependency, reportedly consuming thousands of pills a month and often staying awake for days at a time. His life became increasingly chaotic, marked by disturbing hallucinations and demonic manifestations, erratic behavior, and accounts of domestic turmoil. He later admitted that during most of this period, he never performed or recorded without being under the influence. Recording sessions became increasingly difficult, creating tension and frustration for everyone involved. His addiction escalated further when a friend introduced him to cocaine. At one point, B.J. was reportedly using up to 2 ounces a week, which began to severely impact his relationships and worsen issues at home. His downward spiral reached a crisis point when his wife Gloria left him, taking their daughter Paige with her. Shortly afterward, B.J. hit rock bottom. In a moment of drug-fueled paranoia, he threatened his producer with a knife during a studio session. Not long after, he was hospitalized following a near-fatal overdose. Meanwhile, Gloria was introduced to the Christian faith by friends Jim and Micah Reeves, ultimately surrendering her life to Jesus on December 27, 1975. Afterward, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace and joy, deeply moved by her newfound relationship with God. Although uncertain about the future of her marriage with B.J., she was confident that a new spiritual journey had begun, and it felt right. Like many others, B.J. could have continued on a path of self-destruction. But he proved stronger than he appeared, and through the unwavering support and example of his devoted wife and manager Gloria, he rededicated his life. On January 28, 1976, after a deep and honest conversation with the same missionaries who had helped Gloria, B.J. spent 20 minutes in private prayer, committing himself to Christ. From that moment, he began his lifelong journey of recovery, overcoming his addiction and embracing faith. With the support of producer Chips Moman, B.J. staged a triumphant return to the music scene, this time in country. His comeback single, Another Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song, co-written by Larry Butler and Moman, topped both the country and pop charts, becoming his third million-selling hit. It launched a decade-long run in country music, during which he scored 15 additional hits, including the chart toppers, Whatever Happened to Old-Fashioned Love, and New Looks from an Old Lover. B.J. also revived his pop career with a top 20 hit in 1977, a heartfelt cover of the Beach Boys', Don't Worry Baby, which spent 17 weeks on the charts. This time, however, he was far better equipped to handle fame. With Gloria's encouragement, he also began recording gospel music, starting with 1976's Home Where I Belong, which became the first gospel album to go platinum and earned him his first Grammy Award. Alongside eliminating drugs from his life, B.J. made significant personal changes, cutting back on touring to focus on his family. In addition to their daughter Paige, he and Gloria adopted a second daughter Nora, from Korea, and welcomed another biological child Erin, choosing a quieter life at home during those early years of his recovery. On his 39th birthday, B.J. was inducted as the 60th member of the Grand Ole Opry. Though his membership later lapsed, he continued to appear occasionally as a guest artist. Around this period, he scored another notable success with As Long as We Got Each Other, the theme song for the popular TV series Growing Pains. Initially recorded as a solo, the track was later reworked into a duet with Jennifer Warnes for the show's second and third seasons. A version with Dusty Springfield was recorded for season 4, although the duet with Warnes returned for most of the later episodes. The song was originally released on B.J.'s 1985 Columbia Records album Throwing Rocks at the Moon. B.J.'s career extended beyond music into acting, with roles in the films Jory and Jake's Corner. He also published 2 books, including the memoir Home Where I Belong. His voice became familiar in advertising as well, featuring in commercial jingles for brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Bell Telephone. In 2011, he performed during halftime at the Hyundai Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. 2 years later, on April 2, 2013, he released The Living Room Sessions, an acoustic album revisiting many of his signature songs. The record included collaborations with both established and rising artists, who joined him on several of the tracks. On December 3, 2013, the Recording Academy announced that B.J.'s iconic 1969 single, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, would be inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, cementing its place as a timeless classic in American music history. On March 23, 2021, B.J. publicly revealed via his official Facebook page that he had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and was undergoing treatment in Texas. Sadly, on May 29, 2021, B.J. Thomas succumbed to lung cancer. He was survived by devoted wife Gloria, and daughters Paige, Nora and Erin. And there you have it. Though he's no longer with us, the songs and spirit of B.J. Thomas will echo on for generations to come. With a voice that remained a beacon of honesty, emotion, and grace. His music touched millions, and his story of redemption continues to inspire. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on your favorite music icons, just like this. Take care and bye for now.